after that, but to start, they were 6-0, 1984. The rankings from Inside Lacrosse. Army, 533 points, 22 first place votes. Second in that ranking, Notre Dame, 544 points, 4 first place votes. Virginia at 3, 454 points. 4, Duke with 451 season. They're getting dynamic offense from every player all around the horn. With Eicher out last season, other players had to take responsibility, and you're seeing that in their growth this season. 9 players have 3+ goals, and the starting 5 attackers all have 12+ goals. 5 of those players have 28 or more shots on goal this season. So really impressive offensive stats. Murderer's row is the perfect way to put it. You don't want any of these players to have the ball, have time or space. That's what happens when you play with speed. You miss defensive responsibilities, and that's an aspect of assignment that the Black Knights were able to expose there. They find a man at the side of the net that was able to just easily slot that in. As you mentioned, all their heads and feet turned to the X, not picking up the man right in front of the net. Spurek like a snake slithering in and out, untouched, scathing through, slimy through the defense. And Reese Spurek is a superstar. Look how he moves around. One defender coming straight at him, dunks over another to get that bounce shot in. From a little bit of range, he wasn't right in the crease. Applies a long pole in front of the net to get that reach, get that angle, and quickly add 2 on the board. After this tight contest was tied for a majority of the first quarter. That mitochondria of energy for this team, just the powerhouse. I think the way he's playing in net is directly translating to the energy you're seeing on the sideline and in the stands. Incredible effort so far from him this afternoon against Eicher and Morin. Bullseye, absolutely ripped that home. That's the shot he possesses. An incredible howitzer. Underhand, left all alone, tickles twine. Less confident programs would not have challenged that first goal.
I know.
Right?
It was close. Has it felt that dominant?
Will Coletti is the most dominant face-off man in the nation, right? 6th in the NCAA in face-off win percentage. He became the program leader in face-off wins with 559. At a moment like this, you don't want to see a run at the end of the quarter where the game gets tight going into the half. Shuts it down one-on-one. He stepped up to make that save. The way Chess responded to some of these opportunities kept the Black Knights in the game as well, especially early on. 2-2. See there clamping it down with a slide and save. Number 60 in the crease for the Black Knights has certainly kept his team in the game as much as Pecora has, and it's something that shouldn't be understated. It's about this team. They're able to string together possessions where they score rapidly, move the ball quickly, and again, the fact that they're able to set up, as we saw with the Eicher goal, and also score by driving to the net quickly off of draws. That's taking those opportunities, setting up, but also pulling the trigger, right? And Eicher is that guy, the trigger man on this offense.
They might have had Cheerios too.
Maybe put some Red Bull in there as well.
Oh,
as the,
yes.
liquid substance.
Well, he might be Monster right now. Maybe that's what he did, because Pecora has been that good.
They've settled down on offense. They've settled in. And now they have opportunities to pick apart the Black Knights defense. Energy, but discipline has to be there as well. That was a huge check that was delivered, but it was unruly. The genesis of that shot is that he was a hockey player, so that's where he gets the whip from. And he can shoot it from virtually anywhere. Pretty pass. He pulled his hands in to get the pass across, change the angle. And this is what he does best. When he gets in from behind the X, right around the goal crease, slots one in, 41 on the board. Really like that Kelly went to the ball on that opportunity. He wasn't waiting. They didn't set up a tent around the perimeter. He attacked, went towards the pass, curled, and shot it with a little bit of a skip in his step. A play by Vasile there. On the ground, he's able to get the pass off and keep the possession alive.
And a save made her off the post.
But it doesn't. And even though Vasile kept that play alive, that was a crucial and vital possession for the Mountain Hawks, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. You know what 3 schools had interest in Coletti?
Which ones? I'm curious now.
Michigan,
okay.
Richmond, and guess who the third was?
Was it Navy?
Lehigh.
Lehigh. Really?
So, interesting there. Goes back to a team that had interest in him. And as you mentioned, the fact that the Mountain Hawks are also getting work in the face-off square. Listen, it's not completely dominated, and that's a good sign if you're a team that's just inching back into this game. All it takes is 1 or 2 more possessions to really get this back into a track meet that we saw earlier in the game. Wind up and use that heavy shot of his. He dropped the shoulder, went to the front of the net, and just got it by.
That guy, you know, we talk about his heavy shot, and it's well-deserved, but great goal scorers find other ways to score. That time, it just banged the drum slowly.
Multi-dimensional scorer, that's important, especially we mentioned that this team doesn't have a one-trick pony, and these players are also not one-trick players.